Hi, good morning, good night, or good evening. I'm your English teacher, Alondra. Well, today we're gonna learn about an interesting topic and how we are gonna be inclusive. Well, the topic of today is inclusion. Well, how inclusion works and what is the definition? Well, for example, you as a teacher, have you ever noticed that some students have some abilities or disabilities that is kind of difficult that they can learn? Well, here, what's the definition? Well, remember that inclusion is an approach that we as a teacher we need to consider in our classes to try to include all our students. For example, it doesn't matter if they have some disabilities or abilities um, that that is a barrier for the knowledge. Well, here, what is the importance of the education? Well, remember that we need to try to give a second opportunity to all of our students and try to be inclusive. Why is it important to be inclusive? Remember, we as a humans, we have the right to learn. It doesn't matter if we have some problems or not. And we as a teachers, we need to be conscious about it. Well, what are the keys about the inclusion here in the education? And to be more specific, we are as ESL teachers. Well, here is the first one is the accessibility that we have as a teachers with our students. Okay, remember. Then, for example, some curricular training. For example, in our plans, in our lesson plans, we need to try to integrate all of the students. It doesn't matter if the students have some abilities or disabilities, as we said before. Then the teacher training, that's why I'm doing this video, because the teachers, we need to be conscious about this part. Then the collaboration, remember, we need to try to collaborate with the students, with the fathers, and also with the community, and also with our principals. Well, you have a question, you have a homework. For example, in your English classroom, do you have some students that have some disabilities or abilities that it could be a difficulty to learn? Well, for example, I'm gonna say that in my classroom we have students that they have some learning problems, and we need to try to integrate it, okay? Because inclusion is an important part, because we access an education, an individual needs in a better way. Okay, so remember, try to be inclusive. It doesn't matter if it's kind of difficult, because in my case, for me also, I know that it's difficult try to include all students, but we are in a new globalized world and we need to try to integrate all our students, all the people. Remember, all the people have the right to access to a good education, okay? And for example, I know and I'm conscious that is a hard work, but we need to try to be inclusive, okay? So today the topic it was pretty faster, but it's a short video because I'm gonna try to combine you to be inclusive. As I said before, I know that is a hard work, but we can do together. And if we work together as teachers and we share some experiences and how we can cope with some students that have some disabilities, it's gonna be easier. So that's all for today, and I hope that this topic starts to change your mind. So see you. Remember, I'm your teacher Alondra, and see you in the next chapter. Let me see what do you think in comments below, and that's all for today. Thank you.